Look at the output on this thing. Quad XPG2. How good's that? This output is amazing. All in a pocketable EDC style flashlight. How awesome is this? Hey everyone, it's Chris here from Everyday Survival Gear, and today I bring you the Palmstar by theoutdoorsplus.com. Basically a Quad XPG2 pocket rocket. Literally you can EDC this thing and you'll be loving life. Let's get the review started. Alright guys, I had to retreat to my shed. It's only, what time is it? 5 to 8 in the morning, and like it's already that hot outside. That's not funny. Today is going to be like a 35 degree day, so yes, hopefully we can get this done quick. That's the Palmstar there. It's called the Palmstar for this reason. It is an 18650 flashlight, don't be mistaken by its size. It does have Quad XPG2s. Yeah, all around a great light. Look at how mad this knurling is. Hopefully there's enough light in here for this video. Too much light outside, not enough light in here, you can never win. Alright, let's talk about what the Palmstar comes with. Comes with the lanyard. The Palmstar itself is awesome quality sheath. It's a really good quality sheath. Instruction manual. We'll squeeze that one over. And a spare O-ring. See that there? That's not drugs, it's an O-ring. Well, kind of flashlight collecting is kind of like being on drugs, because it takes away all your money. Alright, now we'll run through the specs. As I said before, it uses 4x3 XPG2s. You can see that there, pretty good. I actually shaved down the LED gaskets, so my one will look a little bit different, but when you get it, the LED gaskets are a little bit high, so I should suggest shaving them down a slight tad, just to make the beam pattern a little bit better. Maximum output 1300 lumens, rated by theoutdoorsplus.com. It uses a side switch, which is located here. Hard anodizing type 3. Its beam distance is good to 282 meters. So 282 meters, I think it's a little bit of a stretch. It might reach there, but only just. It's not going to be usable light. Out to about 150 meters, it's pretty much usable. Anywhere past there, yeah, you're not going to get that much usable light out of it. Shockproof to 1.5 meters, IPX8. Weighs 115 grams without the battery. So this light, it is freaking tiny. It's only 10.8 centimeters long. The head is 3.3 centimeters in diameter, and the body is 2.45 centimeters in diameter. Now that's tiny. That is freaking small as. Look at it compared to our S2 Plus. Let's move the camera back a bit. Look at how much smaller, shorter it is even compared to an S2 Plus. And then we'll put the Lucky Sun D80 BLF edition there. And look at how tiny it looks. Small as. So as you can imagine, even though it runs on an 18650 battery, it's still very, very small. Alright guys, so now we'll run through the modes. The Palmstar has 5 basic modes, and it also has some hidden modes. The 5 basic modes is mode 1 or level 1, 40 lumens for 14 hours. So this is mode 1 here. And because of the UI, we've got to click to turn off, and then click back on, and then switch up. Level 2, which is mode 2, 100 lumens, 6.3 hours. Level 3, mode 3, 500 lumens, 95 minutes. Then we got level 4, 830 lumens, 75 minutes. And then level 5, 1300 lumens, 75 minutes. Now, all of these modes are rated by theoutdoorsplus.com. I've actually got my own stats here of how high the modes are. So to me, 40 lumen mode is right, 100 lumen mode is right. The 500 lumen mode 3 is actually 700 lumens. The 830 lumen mode is actually 1050 lumens, and the 1300 lumen mode is actually 1550. This will also depend on what style battery you use and whatnot, but doing my ceiling bounce test, I pretty much got those results there. So not too far off, but it does give you that little bit of extra power to what the Outdoors Plus is saying. Alright guys, so the UI in this is kind of set up like the Nightwalker series. Basically, you push the slide switch to turn it on, and then you got to change modes within 1 second. So you can see now I waited longer than a second. Now if I push to change modes, it's just going to turn off. So I've got to push it on, and I've got to change modes within that set amount of time, or else it's not going to change up or down. It's also got a instant turbo from off. Push and hold. That's your instant turbo there. It's got a double click from off, which will access hidden strobe. It's a tactical strobe. When the light is on, you double push. That'll give you blinky modes. SOS, and then you double click again for beacon mode. And then you single click to stop those modes. The light does have memory mode, but there's no memory mode for hidden modes. So you can only use the memory mode for standard modes from 1 to 5. The light also has a lockout, but the lockout isn't electronic, it's a manual lockout, so you got to undo the head, like so. Because the threads of the Palmstar are unanodized, you really got to undo the head quite a bit to lock the Palmstar out. One thing that I will add is that the Palmstar has thermal step down. So basically it's not timed. If the light gets too hot, which being so small, it does get hot pretty quick, it's going to step down. And because you're pushing out so many lumens from such a small flashlight, it does get really hot. So I'll suggest doing whatever you can to keep the light cool if you want to keep the 1500 lumens going, or else you're going to have a few issues. When I was trying to film this, I ran into a couple of problems because the light does like stepping down, and it does heat up. Even in the 1000 lumen mode, the Palmstar does heat up pretty quickly. So it is a bit of a pain, but you're always going to get thermal step down anyway on whatever flashlight you have. So it's not a major issue. Alright guys, now we'll just quickly run through the light. Basically, small, compact, side switch, very unique knurling there. Can be tail stood. That's always a good feature. It comes with AR coated glass. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that there. Basically 4 XPG2s, which I've said now like 100 times. But looking at the reflector, it's a smooth reflector. But as you can see, it caves in the middle, so the beam kind of joins up. So if they would have left these all single, and then like just had the one reflector, but all single sections, you would have gotten a little bit extra throw. But because of this, it kind of makes it a pretty flatty beam. The beam pattern itself is fairly wide, which you'll see later. It does still throw, but it doesn't throw the best. A good way to get extra throw out of this flashlight would be to de-dome the XPG2s, and then you'll get mad throw. You can see the back end of the driver there. This light will also be good for modding. I haven't taken out the driver yet, but once this video is done, I'm going to mod this, and we'll see how it goes. And this makes it a very good feature of modding. It's got a built-in USB charger, but you don't need the head-on to charge it, so you only use the body. And you plug in a USB cable, and it charges the cell inside. It's got the red indicator for when you're charging, and once you're fully charged, it turns green, and the indicators are built into here. So it's basically, it's a USB 2, so it's basically, that's a really good feature because you don't need to mod the head with the charging. You can leave it separate, and you can still mod the driver, and it's still going to work. Take out the battery. It's got a spring on that end, which you guys probably won't be able to see. No, you can't really see that. All the threads are very well cut. I don't know if it's focusing. Alright, now it's focusing. All the threads are very well cut. Just to put it into perspective, that's a Sony VTC5 there, and that's the Palmstar there. So you can see how tiny the Palmstar really is. It's super, super small. One other thing to note that I should tell you guys is that protected cells will not fit. So you can see the VTC5 is already sitting up a lot. Lucky there's no spring on this side, it's just got a little nub. So yeah, it's kind of not going to fit any sort of protected cells. But anyway, when I've done an amperage test, I was getting about 4 amps, so it's better that you use an unprotected cell anyway. It's starting to get up there. The amps are a little bit over stock amperage. The Palmstar by theoutdoorsplus.com is a great flashlight overall. It's a fairly good price. You can get it for about $50 US. A little bit under that, you can get a 10% off coupon too, which will take it down to about $44 actually. It's small, light, compact. It's got amazing output. It's very unique because you don't really see many flashlights this size that use an actual reflector system. Most flashlights of this size use optics, so this is very, very unique. The UI is okay. It's not my favorite, but then it's not the worst. It does the job okay. The modes are very well spaced, very well thought out, and the charger works perfect. The charger will actually charge to exactly 4.2 volts, so I've got no issues there. Let's take this light outside now. Alright guys, so we've got the Palmstar outside. Right now it's on mode 1, the lowest mode. 40 lumens, you can see it does a really good job. Obviously 40 lumens isn't too high for a low mode, but it's also not too low. It's kind of in between. You could get a higher one or a lower one, it just depends. But it's pretty good actually. I quite like 40 lumens as a low mode, considering that the light does put out so much light. It's a pretty good choice. We'll move the camera further back and we'll try the next mode up now. Alright guys, right now we've got the Palmstar by the outdoorsplus.com on mode 2, which is 100 lumens rated by them. You can see it's doing a pretty good job still. You can still see like pretty much the whole yard lit up. The beam is fairly wide, so yeah, it's doing a pretty good job. We'll turn it off and then we'll turn it back on, which is what you have to do to change up modes. Alright guys, so now the Outdoors Plus rates this at 500 lumens. In my test I actually got about 700 lumens. You can see it is fairly bright. It does seem to me a lot brighter than 500 lumens. You can see how wide the beam really is, all the way there and then all the way there. The tint isn't actually too bad, as you can see. Next mode will be mode 4, 830 lumens, rated by the Outdoors Plus. I rated it at 1050. So about 1050 lumens, 1050 lumens, somewhere around about there. Really, really good job of lighting up the yard, as you can see. The Outdoors Plus rates this at 830, but I did get a higher rating. Look at that, it's awesome, eh? And all this from my 80 size flashlight, that's cool. Alright, we'll go high mode, mode 5 next. Mode 5, 1300 lumens rated by the Outdoors Plus. Sorry, 1300 lumens rated by the Outdoors Plus. 1550 lumens rated by me. It's like 5 AM and I had to get up early to do this, guys. Give me a break, please. As you can see, it does a super amazing job. The beam is super, super wide. Turbo mode runtime probably isn't going to be the greatest. As you can see, it just stepped down, but it's not too bad. It's not a time step down, it's definitely thermal step down, so it depends how cool you can keep this light. Unfortunately, when I'm doing this review, it's like 23 degrees here in Sydney, so it's pretty warm. I'll turn it off and then I'll try and put it back on turbo mode. Alright, you can see the tree there. It started to become light now, but not too much light still. And that's the Palmstar on turbo mode. I think there might be too much background light to try and hit there, but we'll try. Too much light. Alright guys, now we've got the Lucky Sun D80 BLF edition on turbo mode, and I'll put the Palmstar on turbo mode also, for however long it lasts, and we'll see how they do versing each other. Alright, Palmstar to the left, D80 to the right. So you can pretty much see the Palmstar is brighter, but the D80 does have a tighter hotspot obviously, because it is aimed at being a mini thrower. Very different tints here. It's pretty much a 1A tint on the Palmstar, and this is like a 3,500K tint on the D80. So very big difference in tints. And the Palmstar just stepped down now. That's okay. Even on the mode 4, which would technically be high mode at about 1000 lumens, it still holds its own, which is good. We'll try it against the S2 Plus now. Alright guys, this is a stock S2 Plus on the highest mode. It's stock, but I changed the emitter to a more neutral white tint. This looks like it's about a 5K tint. And we'll put the Palmstar on to the left. That's the Palmstar on turbo. You can see it outshines it like crazy. It is like 500 lumens brighter. Yeah, so this light is smaller than the S2 Plus and brighter and more unique too, and it's got the inbuilt charger. So that's the S2 Plus versus the Palmstar. The S2 Plus is running at 3 amps. So right now I just stepped down. These two should be pretty much about even now at about 1000 lumens, which they pretty much are. They seem pretty similar. So my measurements were pretty much right. Alright, we'll turn off the S2 Plus and we'll leave the Palmstar on. Alright guys, this is a very unique light. Yeah, I think the Outdoors Plus done a really good job of making this light. They didn't really forget anything or look anything over. All in all, I rate it pretty highly. It's a really good light. It's built well and it's at a pretty good price. I'll leave the link in the description if you want to get one, and as always guys, like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.